Well, good evening, human creatures. Been a while. Maybe it hasn't. Getting back into the swing of things, hopefully again. Every time I say that, something bad happens. I do know I'll be taking not an extended break, but I have classes, or I should say more classes coming up, so you might see even a little bit less than me for about a month or more. But took something to drink. And turn that down. Sure you're working. Everything looks good. For those that are wondering, that is from Tales from the Hood, 1995, an anthology series. I highly recommend you watch it. I really do. One of my favorites, in fact. I really don't care for anthologies, none too much. That's a good one. Perfect. Perfect. Put you up over here. And much as I'd like to listen to that song, that is from Cosmic Bit. From SEP. I do recommend it if you like games that are dead on, like, good way to put it. Like Metroid. Not Metrovania, Metroid. It is dead on like Metroid, and I really do like it. It has a very cute charm to it. But we're not here for that, fortunately, as much as I'd like to be. Where are you? Music update. There we are. And there we go. I've already kind of leveled up to 20 here to kind of speed up this process, especially since it's such a hard grind to do. For those who are wondering how I did it, get the canoe. I'll show you where to get the canoe too. I was just mainly messing around this game right for now and exploring, but not too heavily. Let me go back to Crescent Lake and I'll show you. Hey, Existential Crisis, how's everything going? Excuse me, I had to take a big swig. How's your day coming about? Fortnite? I thought you were playing the new Monster Hunter. I must have been mistaken. I could have swore I watched you play that. Now let me go to my map here. My ass is lost. I think I gotta go down south. Yeah, I do. I touched it for a minute, but have no friends to play it with. Is it really just friends only? Hey Xanto, how are you been? I watched you play it when I was at work, and then I noticed the audio cut off. I was wondering what the hell happened. And then again, I got a shitty phone, so pay no mind to that. No, well, yeah, I might need, well, fuck, I might need the money for the ferry. I'm not sure, but the game is definitely more fun with friends. I feel you there. So how are you doing tonight? Not too bad, not too bad. It's one of those days where it just feels weird. So I'm kind of in between. I've only played one Monster Hunter, and that was the original, and my brother got me to play a very small sliver of the PSP one, so I have really not too big of a concept over Monster Hunter. Oh, no problem. Anytime. But the new ones coming out, they kind of go way over my head. I don't understand the plot to them other than what's been broken down, but other than that, it just looks repetitive as all hell to me, at least. No, I am not fighting you. Don't let the jellyfish fool you, they can paralyze you. And they do hit strong. Oh, Solanda. I'd like to know where they got that name. I wonder if that's an inside joke. The only Monster Hunter game I ever played was a Final Fantasy Explorers. Yeah, you're not too far off. They kind of got similarities. Didn't play for too long. I don't blame you, because if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a big if too. That's a really long... I can't wait to get the fucking airship. Wonder if it's going to be in the same spot. Thinking about going back and look over my brother's old playthroughs of FF Negative, but he had so fucking many. I'll just do this. Fuck it, it's one. So what game are you playing tonight, Santo? Or I shouldn't say tonight, what have you been playing? I haven't seen you on, but then again, my work schedule's kind of messed up right now. It's getting ready to really be bad. No ochos. What am I doing? Oh god, I'm an idiot. Paint. Walking around a lake when I could swim right through it. But just to show you guys, I haven't been streaming much because I've been playing mostly retro stuff and I need a capture card set up. You want to hear a fun fact? Xanto, I said the same thing. My PC has a Elgato built in. At the time when I got it, it was already used. This was a used PC. It has an Elgato and everything in. And I almost never use it. I actually have to use... I use more emulation than I do anything. Because it creates a clear image and less of really anything. The thing they don't ever tell you about trying to stream retro games is the bad things that come with it. When I was doing it, I had to deal with disc rot. I had to try to get batteries replaced for 2 of the games I played. It's kind of interesting because people who are those die-hard purists on consoles never really go into the detail of what you kind of lose in that kind of process. I beat Saga Frontier 2 and I decided to play Adventures of Mana. Wonder what brought that along. How did it go for Saga Frontier 2? It's been a while since I touched that one. Same for Adventures of Mana. For those 12 guys moved out. For those who don't know, this is who you get the canoe from. He's literally the only person in town. So let's get out of here, because we're heading to a volcano. Save just in case again. Used to be more strict about that, but a lot of times I just play stuff on mid-tier, yeah. When my brother joined Twitch about, I think it was 2015 or 16, people were major console purists where they wanted a lot of the speedrunners wanted anybody who speed ran on an emulator to be put in their own separate category because they felt it was unfair, and that shit was going on. I remember being in some of my brother's chat room in the back when I first started learning of Twitch and him getting that. Or people would pop in and harangue him about stealing and pirating fucking games like they know something. Saga Frontier is fun. No, that's a fucking stressful game for me too, especially the battle system. It locks you inside the dungeon stuff often. One game I'd come close to playing a few weeks ago, Xanto, you weren't here because I was actually thinking of you and I was doing it, and it was actually thinking about Final Fantasy X-2. I was thinking about playing Endless Saga. I'm a hoarder? No, I am too. I'm a little fucking loot goblin myself. That comes with the territory. But I damn near come close to getting that game when playing it, but I already had too much in it. X2, yeah. I love the class, or dress sphere, I should say, system in X2. I really do. Let's save first. Throw down a tent here just in case things get nasty. And always underuse the tent. I don't really care too much for the plot of X2. That hurt a lot. But I love it. No, that's what you gotta do. You really do. You gotta take it tongue-in-cheek. If you take Final Fantasy 12 serious, or 10-2 serious, you're going about it wrong. The biggest problem I had with the plot is how it's segmented up into chapters. I played some really strange games. I played some really girly games. I played musicals. My biggest problem with 10-2 is it felt short, long, but I didn't really care for the chapter part of it. I knew it was going to have to happen when I got first to that one, but it felt like there's... To me, it felt like there's too much of a bridge of time. No, it doesn't. It's very tongue-in-cheek. I know one thing, the Bavel Underground can go to fucking hell. I know there's new ones, but back when I played it when it first came out and the remake, or I sort of played the remake. I think I can run from you, but let's focus you down. When I played the remake, I only just beat the main game. I didn't go after anything else. But when I played the OG one back in the day on the PS2, I was doing side quests left and right, and I did the Bavel Underground. I think it's Micah who has the 1,000,000 HP, and that I was pulling my fucking hair out in that fight, constantly switching in dress spheres to get that bonus. The biggest problem with it is that you need, yeah, no, you're right. I didn't really, I actually, I didn't want to buy a booklet, the old Peggy G or Peggy 13 booklets or whatever the fuck it was. So I swallowed my pride. I was at work and I happened to get on one of the company computers, went onto a website and actually copied down what I needed to get 100% just to see it. I don't remember exactly what it is, but that's how 10-2 always be remembered for me. That and that fucking, I don't know what they were thinking with the Blitzball. Remember a guy I was playing it with, instead of calling it sweet spot, he kept calling it the sweat spot, and I thought he was just being a dumbass, and now I realized it was more tongue-in-cheek. I would like to see some ROM hacks of that. I know 10-2's got a lot, or not 10-2, but 10's got a lot, but I'd like to see more for 10. I probably said all that backwards, but more for 10 as well. Not fucking meme ROM hacks where it's just the music fucking laughing or whatever it was with Titus. Really don't care for that kind of stuff. I can run from you. Yeah, they are very rare, but they're starting to come out. It's just like with N64, a lot of their ROM hacks were rare to do, and now that people are starting to source port them or getting the tools to do it, they're starting to become so much more wider. And it really is fun to see. Like, for years, I've tried getting the randomizer to 10-2 to work, just to play offline to see what I'm getting into. And I can always just get it partially to work. But now that they're being ported and people are starting to really play around with the guts of the operating system, you're really starting to get some unique things coming out. Look at FF12. I think they did an update to what they call Proud Mode. I've only played one of that one for a little bit, but hell, look at fucking Final Fantasy VII with New Threat. A decade ago, that would have been unheard of. I remember when it came out, man. People lost their fucking mind. Hell, I lost my mind at just the sheer amount they could do. And with the other side I'm playing now for the first time, it is nuts. More translations. Me and you both. Because I know they had some quirky ones. But people who are doing randomizers, I think they're on kind of the first and foremost of that getting changed. Because they're really kind of the first people to kind of dive into the guts of the games outside of actual ROM hackers. But, you know, the more the merrier, as they say. Only time will tell. But with 10-2, I don't see that many coming out. With 10, there's already quite a few. Most of it is light work of just like making emo Riku or emo Titus. Shit like that. But then you, every now and then someone will kind of hunker down and make a really good one. I want a proper FF game. Me and you fucking both. I love the fucking dress spheres. Mechanically, if you don't like 10, or I mean 10-2, you have to give it up because that game is fine-tuned for what it is. In my opinion, it rivals fucking Tactics and Final Fantasy V on job classes. And how the dress spheres and the sphere grids used. I don't care for some of the designs, don't get me wrong. But if they really kind of fucking ever like wanted, what would be a good way? Recycle it, that would be a great game for it. It'd be a good renaissance for the series too, to bring back job classes in a proper way. Because they did that very well. Yeah. And that's what I think a lot of people overlook. They're too busy worrying about fucking, apparently seeing women's thighs for the first time in Yuna singing. To overlook what a great game that was. Garment grids, thank you. God, I kept forgetting some of them. I would like to see them do better with more accessories and weapons, though. That would be more of a must. I would have liked that. And do something with that god-awful Blitz game. Or Blitzball. That was probably my most grievous mistake, was trying to do that, and the fucking Ronsos. No, it wasn't the Ronso, it was the Albed, what are they called? Albed Sykes, who kept kicking my ass. I don't know if that's universal, but it was those two. Just to get, what was it, the XP egg? You don't even see people speedrun that game that much, and you figure it'd be a really easy one. No, I'm not. Because they usually end, they're either really good, or it's a fucking nightmare. And the fact that they took what should have been like a cute mini game and built some of the major plot points of 10 around it, goes to show you how dedicated they were for that. Really? I didn't see any. Well, I just kind of got on Twitch today. When I say that, I keep forgetting to tell people when I'm on your chat, I chat to you guys once, then I have to listen because I'm not allowed to have my phone on the floor. I can have it in my pocket with earbuds, but I'm not allowed to physically have it in my hand watching unless I'm on my 15 or 30. So when that happens, I can't really go through all the programs, all the categories. So when I say I didn't see them, no. That, and I've noticed that people are starting to get back interested in Vagrant Story. I've been seeing a lot of that pop up. I don't know why. Of all the games, I wonder why it would be that one. Kind of interesting spin on it. Car in a Car. Hell, I'll watch them. I'm actually kind of interested in seeing it. I don't even fucking like speedruns. I always wonder what it's going to be like to see it. Like, I've seen 10 ran, and it take like 12 hours, which is time I do not have. I envy people who can sit on their ass for 12 hours. I'm not hating, I just wish I could do it. But in order to fucking, like, do 10-2, I figured it would be... there's probably a few glitches I could easily see, especially in an early PSP game, but... with the way 10-2 is structured in chapters, there's got to be some really good skips to it. People run that mod that skips the cutscenes. I don't fucking blame them. They were so busy trying to show off their graphics that they kind of forgot that, you know, that kind of comes in handy. I remember 10 or 12 having that and just celebrating the fuck out of it. See if we can get out of here without getting smacked in the face. Shit. Do I have any of these? Yeah, thank God I stocked up. Alright, these things now heal 100. I think they only healed about, what is it, 60 to 30 last time. That is good. But I do need to start... when I say new games, I mean games that actually kind of reached the 2000s. Cutscenes were skippable, wasn't a widespread feature. No, well, why would you? Like, a lot of people back then, they weren't streaming, and people did dump a lot of time and money into making them, so you watched them, and they were good. If I added it to the remaster, it would blow up the game. Yeah, true. It does make it kind of interesting, though. The remaster, it's really kind of weird watching it. The last time I played 10-2 and 10 the remaster, the motion capture they have with a lot of the characters felt really off. Like, everything looks so good now that it felt like it almost wasn't needed. And that kind of caught me off guard. People managed to make mods, so I guess it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way, and they will go that way. Oh, fuck it, and just go in on him. Oh, hey Nat, how are you? How are you doing tonight? Not too bad, not too bad. Same old, same old. FF is more... Yeah, it is. Isn't that fucking weird? Because I remember that's still one of the newer Final Fantasies to me. It's so weird talking to people on Twitch, or even at my fucking job when we bring up video games, and the first Final Fantasy they play is not 3 or 1 or maybe 7, it's 10 or 12 or even fucking 15. And I kind of get like this weird memory gap nowadays because I keep forgetting when fucking 10 came out, and people who played it are now functioning semi-functioning, and I'm putting air quotes up, semi-functioning adults. It's so kind of weird how it's just how that passage of time is. When I hear people say that, like, what the f... And you got to remember the age gap. Didn't want to do him. There we are. But it's a good FF to start in. Like, it's easy going. It has difficult moments. If you fuck up, it knows how to catch you slipping, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll fight you. I was hoping for a critical on that. There we go. But I would like to see them kind of make mods that overhaul even 10. Like, do what they do with, like, what they did with 12 and give it a class system. I like the sphere grid in 10, but at the same time, I hate the sphere grid because it means a lot, but nothing once you get certain ways. And I was really hoping it would be sort of different when I first played the game. I really was hoping it was a new take on jobs, and it really is. Everybody in 10 has their job. Warrior, Blue Mage. It's all taken care of right then and there. Well, we gotta burn 9. I mean, we had fun with it, but it's gotta go now. Oh, not 9. What did I say, 9? I'm an idiot. Sorry, Nat. No disrespect. We just gotta burn it. And what the hell are you? There we are. That was a weird pop-up. But I would like to see people optimize it more, or make little... I like to see... Maybe that'd be an interesting thing, to have randomized sphere grid. I never could get it to work. I don't mean like branching paths. I mean more like focused. Like a more final thing. Like Lulu is going to be a black mage. And she can't just be every mage. But they actually kind of put more interesting stuff in it, because the biggest feeling I had with 10 is when I finally, I think it was on my 3rd playthrough of it, when I was just doing ultimate weapons. Fuck their ultimate weapons, by the way, especially 2 of them, and I'm not going to name who. But that's when I started really kind of exploring the sphere grid and seeing what I could get away with. I think on my 5th play of that damn game, I did one where I didn't level up at all. It takes forever for you to be able to open up the grid. Yeah. If you know where to grind, you can do it, but at the same time, you still got to get those locks. That kind of busted up. Wait, what? Blue flu? Oh, God. Is Hunter nearby? I know you two on that. I like the name Freya a lot. Oh, from 9? It's a good name, and I like Freya. Spears are fucking metal. Yuna? I like Yuna in 10. I think she's misunderstood a lot by people nowadays. I really do. I think when people play 10, they missed kind of how heavy that game is. The biggest thing, Nat, and I don't know if Xanto took this away, is 2 things burned in people's mind with 10. The beginning, or not 2, 3, let me correct that. The opening cutscene, the ending scene, and Titus laughing. 10 can get very fucking heavy once you're able to read between the lines, especially on the emotional side with Titus and Yuna, especially with Jet. And Yuna's a really good one. Yeah, it is. People fucking... That's why I kind of don't like watching 10 too, is when people get in there and play it, they're basically just waiting to get to Luca just for the laughing scene. And then they kind of don't know what to fucking do with themselves after that. And 10... it goes balls fucking deep on emotions. Especially when you can relate to the characters. Not just the main party, but their motivations. Not villains, but like Jet. Especially fucking Jet. Braska, Auron. Who do you think is the most hated characters of Final Fantasy? Cloud is now in a wheelchair. Tifa did something to his butt. What can I say, Nat? This is why you always use lube. KY is your friend. And don't you fucking forget that. Now you can substitute it out with baby oil, but times get hard. I've heard people use mayonnaise. Heat it up and wash your ass. There's another one, Nat, that's kind of like, I don't know how far you are, but when you start to understand Tifa's development in the plot, you'll see what's so important about her and how she affects the game. Because if you want my honest opinion about Tifa, she's just Mayo? Oh, I worked at quite a few gay bars. When I was at the door where serving, I used to hear the most wildest stories. I think I told Nat about the Twinks one. But yeah, that was a thing I once heard a guy give advice to. When his friend didn't like the strawberry KY. Oh yeah, I fucking miss it, man. I really do. The job didn't pay well, but it more than made up for it with good cheer and good stories. The shit you miss. You gotta sacrifice a job you want for pay you need. And I hate to make that choice, but it was fucking awesome. But, man, I wish I lived a more fun life. Be careful what you wish for. It's fun until you realize how unsteady it is. Sid... hold on there, what? Sid is just there. Sid is not just there, Nat. Sid is metal as fuck. I like... 7 has, to date, my favorite iteration of fucking Sid. He really is. And 7 has the best Sid. I don't care what anybody else says. The only other Sid that kind of rivals that one, I would say almost 10. Or 10-10-2. But if I'd come close to another one, it'd probably be... Probably 9. I really do like him in 9. The worst one, I think... Really? 12? Yeah, he's pretty good in 12. The one I don't like is probably 8. I don't like him being the schoolmaster. That didn't really set right with me. Like, you gotta look, he felt more like an angry desk clerk than he did anything. Like, I was waiting to get into some fights with him or some shit. And it didn't happen. 12 is another good game, Xanto. There's another one me and you need to talk about one of these days. It's fucking 12. Because that one, when it came out, was just basically, or I shouldn't say basically, everybody compared it to a Star Wars clone. I stopped the train, so you got the materia. I'm at the part where Cloud is in the wheelchair. Chief is the one next to him right now, and I'm Sid. Bitch, you hated Sid. I love 7 Sids. Vince, Nat, are you okay there? I never said I hated Sid. I said I hate certain iterations of Sid. Like, my least favorite is 8. I like him 7 the best. 12 is pretty damn good. Nat, here, I'll do you a favor. Let me show you 12 Sid. I'm gonna send you a little picture of him real fast. Oh my god, I keep forgetting his name. He kind of takes on the role he did in the first few Final Fantasies. That's Sid from 12, Sidalthus. I pirated the Japanese copy because it was an English version. Man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I bought mine at Walmart. I was actually passing through in this... God, that was what, back in 04? Can't remember the time, but I remember passing through, grabbing up a copy of it. And I didn't put it down for a very long time. Like, that was one of the... I was wishing and watching through games at that point, and I loved the battle system so fucking much, I almost could not put it down. The cutscene at the top of the giant tower, screaming and laughing, is so good. Yeah, it is. That's not my Sid. Nah, I'm going by how Sid is, or his role in the game. If you don't know, he hasn't always been a pilot. At first, he used to just be mechanics and scientists. So that's kind of a callback to old Sid. And it's a Sid I kind of like too. I keep forgetting him because his name changed. But Nat, also play 12. See what you did there. See what you did there with the lava. His cutie mark would be a pilot or a gadget. Oh, it would be which Sid? Because if it's depending on which one, you kind of got it right. Did I forget to pick up life? Well, shit. No, I got it. Never mind. It's chalk or chakra. 7. It would probably be a pair of, I would say pilot wings, or bird wings in his case. I'd make him a Pegasus. If you don't know, Nat here is a very, very huge My Little Pony fan, 4th generation. And her and my brother's girlfriend have been steadily trying to bronyfy me through very, very torturous means. So we play this little game where we give each other, or give certain characters cutie marks. I would give him like pilot wings, or maybe a scarf with goggles, maybe a pack of smokes. That's just Uncle Sid gets down. Let's do it. 7. Okay, so Van is one of the most hated. People are becoming bronies nowadays. I thought, no, oh fuck no. I thought I didn't even know it really kind of existed until Nat here. Then my brother started dating a girl, and when she moved in a lot of My Little Pony stuff. And when I come home, since I don't got a lot of time to stay up, I usually watch one movie or something like that, or stream, or record, or edit. I don't do a lot of stuff because of my work schedule. So me and her, I was talking to her about not watching the same thing, so me and her made a deal. She would start watching newer movies with me, and I'd watch something of hers. The bitch trapped me into My Little Pony. And I agreed to it because I figured, fuck it, it's not that long. 9 seasons. I figured it was like 2 or 3 at tops. 9 fucking seasons. I agreed to it. We're on number 5, and we're doing 2 episodes per day. That's what I can handle. And I do have to say one thing. I thought My Little Pony, My Little fucking Dragon. Let's get Earth out of the way here. I thought My Little Pony was a kid's show, Xantos. I honestly did. And you can really tell where they stopped being a kid's show around season 3, and it's definitely for everybody. And by that I mean, you can kind of really see where they were going with the series. Like, it was more of a nod and wink. But how it's going right now, Nat, I actually kind of, so I wouldn't say I'm in, what's a good way to put it? I'm not going to say I tolerate it. You bitch. Give me 1 second here. Heal, no. Heal 2. Hit. Fuck. Alright, good. Hold on, come on, man. No, it's not. It's pleasant. The animation helps. It's pleasant to watch. It's not ugly at all. You can follow the plot line. It doesn't dip into kid shit like you'd think. You think you're watching some 80s Care Bears shit, but them like rubbing their fucking taint all over you. And it's not that at all. Wait, I'm on season 5, so you must have already seen Starlight Glimmer. Yeah, I did. The Jim Jones episode. Xanto, they sneak in shit like that. There's literally a Jim Jones episode in My Little Pony. If you don't know who that is, I beseech you to look it up. But it's shit like that that makes me kind of laugh. Oh yeah, no, there is. The episode we watched today before she headed off to work, Nat, was, what was it? I think it was the cop and Joe Pesci from Fargo, or the lady cop from Fargo, and the character is supposed to be Joe Pesci. She's a huge mega fan. You two would fucking love it if she ever got on here. But, she's fucking a huge My Little Pony fan. Generation 4, and I think the older ones. Let's go. Chakra. Let's save some of that magic. Michael, who's the author of this ROM hack, thank you for making this 100. And no thanks for me to messing that up. There we are. But it's not that bad. I recommend everybody at least give it a watch, because you can kind of see where bronies came from with that show and the mindset they have. It really is kind of an interesting take, because it kind of blew my expectations out of the water. I figured it was just going to fucking bore me to death, and I'll be looking for something sharp to open up my veins to make all the death quicker, or the death feel quicker. I think you know how what I'm... Yeah, I do. Nat, so far I've seen references to Breaking Bad, Fargo. Nat, if you've never seen it, there's a guy who literally kills another guy's wife for money because she wouldn't shut up. Basically feeds another guy into a wood chipper, and that's just some of it. Like, I doubt any 11-year-old girl's watching that. Or Breaking Bad. Well, you're new. But I'm not going to touch you. Are you a common enemy? Can I run from you? Probably going to kill me. But other than that, it is what it is. But back to 12. You know, let's just aim for you now. I think it was in a Louisiana Walmart I picked it up just on a whim. I didn't even know it came out. And I seriously did not stop fucking playing that till I think about 8 hours. I fucking love 12. I don't know if I can get it to run because I got the Zodiac one on Steam, and this PC, well, I bought it about going on 4 years ago now. Not that good. I do need to upgrade, I just haven't found the money to do it. Or not upgrade, what I've been told is to change out the hard drive. But shit, man, Xanto, if you ever want to play 12, man, I may not be there to be able to, I wouldn't say, I may not be able to physically be able to watch it, but man, I'll be listening. Yeah, it is. It fucking is. That's what I was trying to explain to you about I'd like to see out of 10. Is them using that kind of class system. They did it well, and I hate how people bitch about the fucking, what's it called? The, yeah, that's a run. That is a definite fucking run. But I hate how people bitch about the license border. That's my exact point. Oh my fucking god, thank you. Especially once I got the Zodiac Spear and the worm killing sword. Which I wonder how many people knew what that was a reference to. Alright, let me check this, see if I gotta do anything special. That was the same thing I saw them do with 10, is they kept just making the same kind of characters. Alright, what do we got here? I gotta go back and get the Mystic Key. Defeat carry. Yeah, I gotta defeat carry in any special way. Nope, nope, and nope. Just gotta put the old bitch out of her misery. Between you and you, have you played 7th? No, Nat. Once again, my brother's girlfriend, she has not played Final Fantasy VII. Actually, she has a lot in common with your punk ass, but she's on disc 1. She's been stalling. So... where the fuck is she? Because I'm trying to think. I think she's still in the Temple of the Ancients. But I told her, because I was going to play right when it came out, I'll make a deal with you. You beat 7, and I was going to start from remake and the what is it called? Not intermat. I can't think of the name of it, but the one with Yuffie, intermission. That's not right. It's skipping my mind for some reason. And then go to Rebirth, and I was waiting on her. The original gameplay is interesting. Yeah. I think it has one of the better plots. I'm gonna suffer some slings and arrows for that. But I really do like how Vaughn was like played. It felt good that you finally played a main character. That while he wasn't the main character, he felt a critical piece in everybody else's story going around him. That's why do I keep going to you? God damn it. Oh god, I've been playing too much Lunar. But that's how I feel about 12. I like the fact that he's a key piece in their main stories. Where he's not such a side character, but you gotta change how you view him. And a lot of people want him to be the Cloud. They want him to be the Titus. They want him to be whatever have you. And he's not that person. You can't fit him into the main character mold. He's a different kind. Honk. Yay, Renee. Sorry, now. Wait, did you watch... Give me 1 second, man. Oh. Join me on thank you. Thank you for the follow. Let me see what you said there, Nat. I know the plot for the characters and 12. No, hold on. That seems... Honk. Oh. Oh. Hello, Eddie. I'm probably not going to butcher your name, but Eddie 25 or 22,000. I can't talk tonight. I'm just going to call you Eddie so I don't insult you too much. Let me check here, Nat, real fast before I jump back into the conversation. Did I... what? Why is its chat messing up? There it is. Did I watch the episode? Yeah, I did. She was losing her fucking mind over it. Nat, she's a big Derpy fan, just like you, and I kind of like Derpy too. She loved Derpy. She's a big fan of Lyra and Bon Bon as well, especially the Secret Name. Now that episode got a big fucking chuckle out of me. I play a lot of the cutscenes, the voice. I fucking... Oh, Xanto, I want to get a fucking beer with you, dude. I don't know if you drink, but we'll get a hard Pepsi, that's for sure. Eddie will do. Thank you. I recommend you play the 7 remake, but you already know that. But I do love the voice acting in 12. I really do. And some of it's from the main characters. My favorite one is Fran. I like how she has that wispy voice, but Bosch has a good one too. Vosler. What is his name? Radis has another. They really did fucking nail it. I like sweet drinks. Shirley Temple it is, mi amigo. So how are you guys doing tonight, by the way? Oh, and thank you for the shout out, Nat, if I didn't say there. Originally, Bosch was supposed to be the main character. I've heard that a lot. I've also heard Balthier. The only one I haven't played, Xanto, is the DS spinoff. Alright, before we get too heavy in the shit. Just tap everybody up. Alright, I can't lose. What is that? Every fucking time I order a lunch, it comes to me uncooked. I'll fix that. Ah, a little bit of sense of humor. I like root beer. Eddie, me and you are cool then, because I fucking love root beer. Especially homemade with honey. Rednet Wing, yeah. I've only played it, like, somewhat past the intro, and it couldn't really keep my interest. I don't know why. I think it's just me. Alright, let's see what we got here. For those who don't know, this game is kind of absent on, what would be a good name for it? Anti-fire. Shield him up. I tried, alright. Yeah, no, that's what kind of baffled me why it was fucking made, Xanto. Why did they make fucking that game? Why did 12 kind of need a sequel? Certain FF games, you can argue, needs a sequel and somewhat doesn't, but games like that, it often fucking... You often scratch your head of why. Like, what caused it? Eddie, gotta ask, what's your opinions on 12? I don't know if Nat's played 12 yet. Throw up some haste on you as well. Let's have you drink some cures. But that was the era of, like, the 2000s, where they were making fucking weird shit. Look at Final Fantasy VII's franchise. Look what they did to that one. For some reason, they felt the need, instead of focusing down and making a proper sequel, they made Dirge of Cerberus and then a bunch of phone games. And then Advent Children. Advent Children's good, but I often question why it needed to be made. Other than maybe they needed money for the merger. Oh yeah, we're talking about 12, Eddie, if you don't know. And I'm talking My Little Pony with Nat. Or Illegitimate Son of God. Edward is okay. He's not too bad. The Bard? The Spoony Bard? If he's the one I'm thinking of. Nat, the SNES era of Final Fantasy is probably my least played ones. Yeah, just in case. But level I'm on 7 for Disc 2. No, you haven't. I don't think it's a terrible game, but I don't think it's either. It's just one of those things where the only way you're probably going to get me to play it if I ever get a wild hair at my... You bitch. If I ever get a wild hair at my ass and want to play a completion of a series. Because I thought about doing that with a few of these. I'm going to put haste back on you. Drink. I keep going to magic. Oh yeah, no, this ROM hack does not fuck around. This is based off Final Fantasy -1, and they are pretty fucking brutal. My brother passed me that ROM hack a few years ago after he got done. Don't look up his ROM hacks, as it's a lot of him grinding. He was listening to podcasts or talking to people, so... A lot of it's just him grinding, and he cut it up to 30-minute segments. Don't ask. But it's based on that. And looks like we're going to be getting it pretty damn hard. I'll throw that back up there. Well, I confirmed that I'm at level 60 or 61 Cloud. That's pretty good for Disc 2, Nat. Oh, that felt personal. Yeah, got her. Fire Domain. After I hit every wrong button in the world here. I did it again. I constantly want to do that. Don't play too many RPGs, kids. Alright, let's get our asses back to town. Well, I can confirm... I also gotta ask now, what part of, are you just at the, huge materia, or are you kind of passing it by already? But I love RPGs? I do too, but, like, the one I just got done from playing Lunar Legends. In fact, I mastered it today on my break. It has a different kind of operating system, or hell, everybody knows that. But then I went on to play Silver Star Story Completed, and it's triangle for, or square for menu, triangle for backing out, and X for yes. And I'm not used to the item switching, so I'm getting used to that. I'm actually playing quite a few games right now. What am I doing here? I can save on water? Hell yeah. I stopped the train. I'm not going to spoil it too far, Nat, but wait, you're getting on the point where you need to do Fort Condor, and wait till you do that. I really didn't like the Lunar Legends. I tried it. A lot of people, when they do, and I've noticed this, is when they do, when they handle Lunar, I never played Final Fantasy XII. I recommend it, but it's not like a must to jump in the series. What FF games have you played, Eddie? If you don't mind me asking. I've heard the PSP. Oh, Silver Star Harmony or the Complete. I haven't played Harmony yet. I come very fucking close to getting Harmony, but I thought I'd play Silver Star Story because I have more experience with that one. Legends, I just wanted to see what it was like, to see how they condensed the game from the Sega to the PlayStation, from the fucking Game Boy Advance, and it wasn't that bad. It cuts out a lot of the plot, but it actually, the way they involve Nash at the beginning is more, and I think the PSP version does that too. I hear them doing that remaster, and that's what kind of kicked my ass into gear in playing it. The Final Fantasy is one with Squall Lionheart, or Leonheart, depending on how you want to say it. The guy with the tail. Oh, 9 and 8? That's not too bad. That's pretty damn good. That's a good jumping in, especially 9. It's easy on you. It doesn't take it too hard. But it's kind of like 10, is when they were kind of not slacking in difficulty, but they weren't seeking there to punish you. Oh, thank God it didn't make that noise. There's that noise. The stutter. Save it yet once again. It is. 9 is such a fucking throwback, and I wouldn't call it a relic, but such a throwback with everything, that it's really for fans who played all of the series. And that's kind of the crime that it didn't get translated properly. 8 is a good break off of what would become modern FF for a long time, until they kind of starting to try to get away from it again. I don't like the direction they're heading in, so to speak, with the grimdark shit, but that's just how it's gonna be. So, you know, you can either bitch about it or get with the fucking program on it. Seda from Dark Cloud looks like young Sephiroth. Give me 1 second here, Nat. I could see that, Nat, but like he looks more like, he looks like if Sephiroth and Dart had a hate baby, Nat. Dart from Legend of Dragoon. There's another game I damn near come close to playing. I just don't want to grind on that game. And from Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, that's actually closer to the truth, Eddie. Yeah, the action stuff too. I prefer the turn-based stuff too, but I know it's after you play. If you want my honest opinion, I think if you really want a golden medium, go with what 12 did with the mix between live action and active time, or not, the ATB system. How I can't remember what they were called. Gambits, I think they were, and how that worked. Shining Force games are fucking good too. I'm going to buy some of these. I'm gonna blow through all my tents. The one ROM hack, I wish every ROM hack had the one where I could buy 10 at a time. But that's my honest opinion how they kind of meet. I haven't played really many Shining Forces in a long fucking time. I'm trying to think of the last one I played. I I don't think it's... Let me check the name, because I might be thinking of something else. No, not you. No, it was for the PlayStation. Okay, I wasn't going nuts. I played... No, wait, it wasn't that one. Where are you? I go a little bit nuts on these things. It drives me... It's like one of those things, if I don't solve, I'll wake up in the middle of the night screaming at the top of my lungs. Where are you? There it is, Shining Tears. I have played Shining Force Neo, though. It has been a long fucking time. Phantasy Star? I haven't played Phantasy Star in a fucking long time. A long time. We're talking the old Genesis days. I don't remember it. Xanto, if you want my honest opinion, by the time I got done playing that one, I just got done from playing... Where I just started playing Shining Force, and I was playing it with Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. And that game ate up a lot of my time. Come on, get out and get on that ship. I know. There we are. Oh, it fucking is. I do like the plot to it, and I do like... God, people are gonna hate me. I like how the battle system somewhat works, and how it kind of incorporates... It's like an unpolished version of the PS2 era of Ark the Lad. Those games, but retro games better. I agree with you there sometimes. Legends of Legaia. There's a game I haven't heard in a long time. Where should we go? Let's go see if we can get that pirate to give us a ferry. I need to play Dragon Quest again. I do multiple runs and get all the cutscenes. I got too roped into about 5 different games, so right now as it stands with the remake of, or I shouldn't say remake, the 3D remake, they gotta come up with something shorter for that damn game's title. I stopped right in the middle of, I'm gonna get up here, right at Necrogong. Yeah, no, fucking Legaia 2 is a piece of shit. Nat, let me send you something here. See if I can do it. I can't find it, but look up this game's battle system. Because I got this game at a store called Vintage Stock in Kansas, and it also came with or I shouldn't say came, I also bought it with Jade Cocoon. There's another interesting game if you want to really dive into the meat and bones of weird. Oh, I have. Fucking love Secrets of Evermore. And shout out to the 90s for having a bunch of game with Secrets of in it. That game should have been a fucking movie or an animated series, I swear to God. Oh yeah, no, I bought those two. Let me see where I'm at. I think that's... Everybody does, because I can't remember why I started playing it either. I think I got... what was it? It's like with... what's it called? It's like with Endless Saga. I got that game, Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude, and I think... Oh, Terra Enigma's fucking good, Nat. That's actually probably one of my... It's right up there with Secrets of Mana and how I like my Chrono Trigger, another good one. But Terra Enigma's pretty damn good. What's it called? There's another one called Gaia that's skipping my mind. But I do like the live action feel. I just don't like the weapon for Terra Enigma. I wish it was something other. It is amazing. I want to play that and I'm waiting for the Oh, good luck. I've seen about 4 of those go on with DJAP and a few others having a taste at it for the years. Yeah, no. Matt, you definitely need to play that if you like retro games. The reason why I stay away from it is because I kind of suck at it. I suck at every game. I shouldn't use it as an excuse. Let's face it, I fucking blow cock. But, when you start to play Terra Enigma, you think it's... What's a good way to put it? It's kind of like Secrets of Evermore. It was made back when they weren't afraid to kind of fuck with your expectations of what an RPG was. Back when almost every RPG was fantasy. There were very few sci-fi ones, but Terra Enigma kind of ranks up there with being that kind of game. And... oh god, what category would you even want to put into it? Because I'd almost beg to differ at fucking... God, what? I almost want to put it in the same category, Nat, as in Eden. Or, I can't think of that game, too, when you start out as a fish. It's skipping my mind as well. But, I don't... like, I want to say sci-fi, but... time travel, alternate dimension, maybe? Something of that sort? Just fucking play Terra Enigma. I don't know if there's any sequels to it. Chrono Trigger... No, I'm... I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Chrono Cross, but... it's one of those games where... they should have known better, is the best way I could put it. That's my honest opinion on Chrono Cross. Alright, I still need the Oxale. I've been here, I just haven't talked to them. Actually, let's go see what Cope says. And a wizard, apparently. And the tree. A bowl of cursed calamari awaits at the bottom of the shrine for you. Gotcha. There's a castle south of Malmond. I must need the airship. So, going to the Brazilian... oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean now about the translation. I'm stupid. I'm sorry, Xanto. I thought you were talking about the people who are trying to do the most faithful English to Japanese. I'm sorry. I now see the folly of my ways. Because there have been a lot of games getting both Spanish and Portuguese translations lately. My bad. Lufia, The Rise of Sinistars? Nat, there was another game that was going to be, before I did Lunar, I was going to play the, what is it? Something Legends for the Game Boy, or the Game Boy Advance, because I never even fucking heard of it. I come close to playing that. I figured, hell, since I played Lufia, or not Lufia, but since I played, that, let's get the other game beaten. Yeah, it is. I fucking love that game. There's another game that I like how the dungeon movement is, especially how the items, like you could almost, I know it's going to be unpopular, but you can almost fucking make an argument that it handles dungeon placements and enemy placements a whole lot better than, what the fuck is your name? And why the fuck is it always skipping my mind? Now, if you don't know, in Lufia, especially 2, it's kind of it's a prequel. And, if you move the monster moves, and there's another game that does that people farm over about, and I think there's better ones than that. And I can't think of the fucking name of it, but in my opinion, Lufia knocks it right out of the fucking water. Wild Arms, with the tools, there it is. It just hit my fucking mind. The enemy placement, I think, is a lot better than a lot of the mysterious dungeon games you have. But when it comes to the items, I think Lufia does a lot. It was like almost like fucking Wild Arms with the way you have to use arrows and tools. Thank you. My god, man, I need to check myself into fucking memory care. I'm getting to be a fucking candidate for it. Star Ocean, really good. I haven't played the new one, or I shouldn't say the new ones, the remakes, and we've already discussed it. I'm an inept dumbass who can't play the new ones. What else did you say? Crusader Ascenti? That's for the Sega, and it's actually pretty damn fun. People compare it to Zelda, but I kind of think of its own beast. But, Nat, I grew up in an era where any FPS game was called a Doom clone. And every RPG, up until a point, was called a Dragon Warrior clone. Boy, wyverns really look different. Must have put on some weight. Or lost. I beat 1. It's fun to play 2. Needs a trend. Yeah, it does. 2 has a lot of fucking problems. And it is longer than 1 if we're talking about wild arms. Because we're... Eddie, I don't know if you're lost in the mix, but Nat, I think, is just throwing out names now for games she wants to play. And we're talking about it. Oh, I remember this shit. For those who don't know, this is where the ferry is, and it's not your household ferry. This is actually a dungeon now, not just a shop. But, 2 is crazy fucking long. Now, 3 is longer in my opinion, but I like 3 and 5 and 1. 2 and 4, I think, are the weaker ones, especially 4. I don't like the beginning of the Hex battle system in it, but I also don't like the comic book feel of it, but I like where they were somewhat going with a more adult plot and how it kind of handles betrayal. 5, I think I got near the end, and I think I stopped at Nightburn. I think that was his name. And I got a little bit of who that one girl was with you, and then I stopped playing it because I got busy. The Hex battle system, it's kind of like chess. It really is. It's one of those systems that I feel is like Final Fantasy VIII. They should have sat on it for a few years and thought it through before putting it to a game. And I have a feeling that they thought, because 4 and 5 had the same kind of battle system, just a little bit different. And 5 feels more developed, but 4 feels quicker. So every battle you get into, if you're grinding, is very long, but very short if you know how to handle it. It's one of those things you really got to see in fucking just really kind of come out. You hate 3 with a passion? Why do you hate it? I'm kind of curious. And it's okay to hate it, dude. You're cool. I'm not going to ban you or anything. Don't worry. I kind of got into a little bit of a trouble not too long ago about talking with Metal Gear Solid. I watched Mochi-san play it, and someone else rolled into my thing. I was talking about Kojima, and I got banned. Not for Mochi-san. That is a lot of dinos, and we're not going to fuck with that kind of heat. But, yeah, don't talk about Hideki Kojima. Apparently, he's the god and master among men. End of the line. I guess. That's what I found out from that conversation I had. Vagrant Story? Now I know you're throwing things out, because I don't think you've played Vagrant Story. But Grandia, I do have the 2 HD remakes I haven't touched. I love Grandia because of the battle system, and I like 3's the best. 2 is okay. I like 1 a little bit better. Super slow? Oh no, you're fucking dead on. Are you serious? No, Xanto, that's valid. No, I will give you that. I need to get out of here and get that key. I need to quit fucking around here. You are... Oh god, no, that ain't gonna be happening. Just for you guys to be named imps, I know you're about to fucking bend me over and take me to Pound Town. But, you're right on fucking 3. It takes so long to truly get going, and the Millennial Puzzles are probably one of my favorite side quests. I do like the X keys, though. No, Vagrant Story is. I think I told you about the guy I was with one time, Xanto, who played Vagrant Story at the beginning where they're getting ready to kill the help because they witnessed a dragon. He stopped playing it because he felt bad for imaginary people. But Vagrant Story, other than the battle system, is fucking awesome. It is really ahead of its time. And that, I do recommend you give it a playthrough, like a good old-fashioned once-over. No, that's a true story. You know how at the beginning of the game, you're sent to investigate this mansion burning? Or I wouldn't say sent to investigate. You see a cutscene playing out, and there's like, who survived? It's like a maid and a butler. It's like, well, we gotta kill them. They've seen something they shouldn't have. And he legitimately stopped playing over that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? You do know that they're not real people. Imagine if you, like, watch Jason Voorhees and you legitimately think he just killed a bunch of kids at a campground. These people are actors. They get up, they get their check, and they go about their merry way. Put some of that on you. And this is about the time I wish I had some recall or zap spells. With a 3D PS1... It is. It fucking is. Like, Vagrant Story is... This is why I get arguments with Hideki Kojima shit. Let me set up my chair here. I'm sliding off. Don't have poor posture, kids, and don't lift heavy things if you're young. Don't be me. This is why I don't like Hideki Kojima, because he claimed that he was the one who introduced plot into video games. And there was always plot into games. Like, he just introduced better cinema photography, and I can't say that word right because I'm having fun. And Vagrant Story is a grand example of what good plot does. Good spaced cutscenes, not overbearing and plot dumps and all that shit. And it is a very fine piece of jewelry for its time. Or I should say jewel for its time, not jewelry. It should be worn on the crown of that PS1 era. Two more, I promise. Eternal Sonata and Xenoblade. I've only played one Xenoblade, Nat. It was for a short while. But I had played Eternal Sonata, and it's... What's a good way to put it, Nat? You ever... I give you that. I like the premise of it, especially when you find out kind of the twist at the end, or sort of at the end. But yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Like, it overdoes it on the visuals. It feels like it's borrowing from too many cliches. It screams that I want to be the Tales of series while also saying I want to be every 2000s anime series. The plot in it is fucking awesome. I got that one and one called, what was it? Unchained World. It was another, it wasn't Blue Dragon. I need to play Blue Dragon. It's been all the Methuselah since I last touched it. But, I didn't like how it was. No, I played the 360 one. Because I got that one and, let me look that up. That's going to drive me fucking nuts. Let me put on more pleasant music here. Alright, Nat. Thank you. I need to put it in the thing for Lurk. But you got it. Let me go, because there's a, what is it called? Xbox 360. It's called something Unchained, and it's gonna drive me fucking nuts. Oh man, there's gotta be more than that. Don't give me that shit. Here, let me do list. Everybody likes their damn list. What is the fucking name of you? I got a little bit into this game, then I had to stop playing because I was getting ready to get another job and move. Enchanted Arms is one of them. Play that game if you want a fucking trip. I recommend Enchanted Arms just for the sheer... It's like The Room. You gotta go see it. There it is, Infinite Undiscovery. I don't know where I got chains from, but, you know, I am getting old up there. Oh, you're welcome. You're fine, Eddie. Jump in anytime if you want to talk. Don't worry, man. You're cool. But in the PS3 version, the game just focuses on you playing the harder version of the battle system as you progress through the game instead of making it options. I haven't played the other one to really kind of tell, so you kind of got me flat-footed on that. I just know I didn't kind of care for the visuals. It was just too... Let's just say it's something. You start getting comfy with the game, and then the game just pulls. Yeah, well, especially plot-wise, when you finally figure out what's kind of going on. I have not played. I've played, but not played Lost Odyssey. It's one of those games, and I don't know if it's because it's a fucking Xbox game. I never did care for that system, but it's one of those games I barely touched on. I played it. I want to beat it, but I never really got that far into it. I never could really hold my interest. And I've always been told I just need... Same thing with Drakengard and a few others. They start to hold my interest, but then they just lose it for something other. Not something shiny or just... it's kind of like it doesn't have that kind of kick to it, that je ne sais quoi. I need to get that fucking... I need to see... I don't even think I have the rest of my Xbox 360 anymore. I think I lost that one fucking... God, a long time ago. Let me see where I am in the map, because I'm about to head over to go Malmond. I'm at the right height. Chrono Trigger, Crimson Echo is a fan-made sequel. I've seen, there's a guy named Casual Tom, 42, I think that's his number. And I do listen to him on a regular basis. I don't get to watch. And he played Crimson Echoes, and that looks fucking good. If it's the one I'm thinking of, at least, because Chrono Trigger is now getting a lot of ROM hacks as well. And I do need to pop it in one of these days. The randomizer looks exquisite. Those games are harder to get into. It wasn't just me, okay. Because there was a bunch for the Xbox that was just not fucking floating my boat. And I don't know why. I don't know if it was a system or just maybe RPGs at that point made a weird leap. I remember on the Xbox, if it wasn't Skyrim, it was 99 Nights and a few others. What was it? Cameo is another one I played a shit ton of. I wouldn't say a ton of, just enough. Alright, let's go get a key if he's still here. Mine was from I think it was from a roommate who didn't have enough and just left it. That's how I got it, and I just kind of built upon it. And I think the first game I played for it, believe it or not, was Fable 2. I'm a huge fan of Fable 1, and when I played Fable 2, I fucking loved it. Alright, here we go. Let's get that mystic key, and what? I'm gonna probably have to wrap it up here, because I still gotta make it to the gym tonight. So it's 12:22. God damn it. Why can't we have these good conversations when I'm up, like when I got more time to stream? Maybe some of the games are hard to get into. Just trying to raid your channel, but it wouldn't. Oh, don't feel bad, Eddie. I have that problem with everybody. When I go to raid anybody like that, you're trust me, brother, you ain't sitting alone in that seat. I got that similar fucking thing going on. So don't feel none too bad, but thanks for the mindfulness of the raiding me. I appreciate it nonetheless. You don't have to always raid me. Your conversation's good enough, friend. I just hope I put on a better show than me getting slayed here by fucking Atos coming up. But Xbox, if you don't know, Xantos, from my understanding, is probably one of the harder systems to emulate. It usually goes N64, and it's still a mess, even since the 90s. It's been a fucking mess to emulate N64. It's really never gotten any better. But, Xbox and 360 have been fucking nightmares. I remember way back, even as far as 08 and fucking 2011, trying to get an Xbox just to play Fable Pure, the unadulterated one, because I don't want to pay $90 fucking to play it. Like, that's what makes me angry with a lot of games, is I don't want to cut my fucking fingers off in order to make it like a blood payment to whatever fucking digital god they worship now. But it's one of the harder ones to fucking emulate. If you don't know, Xbox back in the day was probably the closest thing you had to what you have now. Basically, you don't have a console, you have a mini computer in front of you. That's what the 360, or not 360, but the Xbox was. So when it came to emulate it, it kind of threw people off. That's from my understanding. They didn't have virtual machines back then, at least when I was getting into the scene. When I say scene, I got into emulations and ROM hacks right around 97 with Nexticle and a few others. And I didn't kind of give it a break until around 2011 when I had to constantly move. So I couldn't keep up with the scene. And that's when Xbox Xenia, I think it was, came out. And people did not know how to fucking do it. I remember like playing few demos, one party game, and Halo. I cannot run from crawls. There we go. Especially if they made cutoff access to your game. And yeah. That's another thing I fucking hate about modern consoles, and they do that shit. I don't like the idea of a store that sells separate games. I do, because it helps out the people making it, but at the same time, you're fucked once they discontinue it. And it's only, every store is bound to end. Don't let anybody fucking fool you. I don't know if it was true, because I'm not a big store buyer. I just try not to get I don't like getting my fucking expansions like that. I really don't. Yeah, I'll kill you single. It'll be quicker. But I was told that when they ended the PS4 store, they transferred everything to the PS5, and I was told they didn't do it well. Well, kiss my ass and call me Charlie. I thought I did kill you. Because I could have swore I did, and I didn't get the key. Might be thinking of another ROM hack. Not cool, bro. Sorry, bro. Don't worry, Ass Toast knows Rub, and knowing this, he's probably gonna rub this shit out of me. Find out. No, Elvira, what are you doing up here, kitties? You bumping the mic? What are you doing? Going on your perch. Give me 1 second, everybody. Move the mic up. Here, babies. There you go. You guys just heard she bumped the mic, or I should say the pop filter line. She likes to get on my lap and watch movies with me, and sometimes do. Yeah, that is about right. Yeah, they had the bare minimum to say about offering. Yeah, and that kind of pisses me off, but good luck getting a corporation to do the fucking right thing ever. I might as well be waiting on Jesus to come back. And Tupac, too. I think the first time I was fucked out of a gaming store was for Reckoning or Kingdom of Amular. I went and bought all the stuff for it, but I never could install it for some weird thing I had with my console. It was one of those cheap... Oh, I got the herb, never mind. Now I know where that goes. What time is it? 12? Oh, it's almost 12:30. Fuck. Well, hell, I'm just gonna hop and a skip. Let's go give it, hopefully, to the fucking prince. And I should be getting back in my ship. But, that was the first time was I went to plug in my PS3 many years later. I had all my Skyrim stuff on there. I had a bunch of other, I think, not Elder Scrolls, but, what was it? Because I bought it off the fucking game store, and I think it was either Oblivion or Morrowind I got running for backwards compatibility. I might be thinking wrong. Wrong hole. And when I went to get back on there after they canceled the store, I had basically just burnt through about $50. This herb smells dank after being in that nasty castle for so long, but it'll do. The key, oh, I hear, that's not too bad. But I can't imagine people who invest a lot of fucking money, especially kids. One of my brother's daughters, like, oh my fucking god, I know she had at least around $2,000 wrapped up in the fucking PS store with some of the shit she was buying. But when life gives you lemons, hold it down and squirt juice in its eyes, because you know you're going to be in for a ride. Everybody, I do have to go, because I like to get to the gym by 1. That's when the wine moms start to come in, and I can't use the equipment. But I am going to send you guys off to... No, I'd like to thank you guys. You're fucking awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Nat, I don't know if you're still lurking, but thanks for chilling with me. Eddie, I'm going to try to pronounce your last name again. Thank you for trying to raid me, but nonetheless, man, thanks for popping in. You're welcome anytime to hang out and chill. Any conversation, basic Twitch rules, but you're okay, Joe, in my book. Same with Xanto1 here. I don't appreciate what you guys did for me tonight. You guys are better than any liquor. I'm joking. But am I? Now, I don't know if you know my channel too well, Eddie, because I do tell this to people, but these are my going away scenes. I'm gonna mute that. I do need to get another song for relaxing. I do love wizardry, but I like to have variety. Once I get it going. There we are. Ah, wizardry. No, that is not wizardry at all. There we are. I don't think I can beat the Cosmopolitan. Well, it depends on how hard you want, like... They're not bad. I've only had one, and it was a cocktail, if I remember right. And it can put you on your ass, but I try to stay away from too sugary because of my health problems. If you want to know something about me, is I don't really care for sweet drinks, but I do love sour ones, especially bitter sour ones. That's why I have ulcers more than I have hairs on my head. Let's get that retro glass up and running. What's a good one for tonight? There we are. For those who are wondering, that is from Tales from the Hood. Eddie, I'm a huge horror fan. I don't know if you don't like them or not, but I am. I also got some new channel points down there for you guys. I've been messing around with, and that seems to have a lot of fun with them. If you guys are more than welcome to chime in how you feel. Anybody you guys like me to raid tonight? I'll throw it to you guys. I love sweet drinks. I'm iffy on them. Like I don't really care for certain sodas. Like I love root beer, cream soda. I like my brother made birch soda. I like that. Old-fashioned Coca-Cola. Mexican Coca-Cola, I should say, not the American one. I like how people about 3 months ago figured out that Coca-Cola made in a different country actually has fucking sugar in it and not corn syrup. God, we're fucking stupid. I've known that shit since the fucking 90s. I shouldn't say 90s or 2000s. Doritos is another good one. I can't think of the other one. Jex Mix is really damn good. I would say I do, mainly because the one thing I've learned living in the US, I've only been out of the country a few times, and living in the US, you quickly realize everything is fucking loaded with sugar and salt. I got to go on a trip with my brother where he was that's France, by the way, and you quickly realize how fucked our cuisine is when everything tastes that has the same label as you doesn't taste it. But that's just how it is. Let me see who I have here. Anybody up tonight playing something? I don't have anybody up on my end. Do you guys have anybody? If not, I'm gonna try to find someone out in the wild to pass it off to. It's looking the same for me. I'm trying to find someone now in randomizers. Like, I shouldn't say randomizer. Just open any Zelda game and you'll fucking see randomizers galore. It's inevitable. See what this old son's up to. I think I found somebody. He's playing a randomizer from the looks of it. Looks like he just started streaming as well. See if I can rate him out. I'm gonna send you guys off, hopefully. Start raid. There we are. To Shuckles is cool. I think I pronounced that right. Respect him and his channel rules. Also, go hit up Xanto1 and Edilele. I know I mispronounced that and I'm sorry. 215. Both are awesome people. Respect them, their channel rules as well. But more importantly, give them a like, follow, and sub. As I said before, and I'll say it again, it'll make you feel good, but it makes them feel great. And good Lord knows we need that shit in this world now and more than ever. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Xantos, I wish I could see more of you, man, but I hope you have a really good day today. And same goes for you, Eddie. Nat, I don't. I know you too well, Nat. Stay away from the schools. We know the 500 feet rule.